This will be the Lifetime Achievement Award. And something we'd like everybody to please stop what you're doing right now and please pay attention. When you choose somebody to honor for Lifetime Achievement Award, you want someone who has great influence, someone who changed the course of an industry and changed people's attitudes, lifestyles, or just maybe put a smile on our face while we were dancing. Tonight, we're going to honor somebody who has touched all of us, whether you know him personally and have been fortunate enough to know him or not. And thank God he's here with us. Someone who may see you in the hallways and call you Mary. Someone who may call you Sally. Someone who will call you out whether you're gay or straight. You'll know what I mean when we talk about him. When I started my career at Sam Records when I was a DJ, Fred Held was part of the distribution company that worked those records. And you're going to hear from Sandra and you're going to hear from Harry in a second. But this is really somebody who put a smile on all our faces and changed everything for the better. Whether it was San Francisco, LA, New York, here, around the world, but especially Miami. This year we're going to honor for the Lifetime Achievement Award. This someone is Fred Held.
Okay, where are we at? Okay, Fred started his career in distribution in the 70s during the height of disco explosion. His job was to keep the ever-growing group of stores that became DJ specialty shop stocked with the latest hits of the day. He sold legendary independent labels such as TK, West End, and Prelude to this growing group of hungry retailers catering to the DJ. All of us have a record in our crates at home that Fred sold to the local store that we bought it from. He did more than just sell the records at nightclubs and radio stations, and many classic artists such as Francis Joy, I'm younger, Sharon Red and Karen Young had Fred working behind the scenes to lay the groundwork for this success. Particularly, we just repeated that, I'm sorry. Fred, where's Fred?
I want to call out Harry Towers for a second, who works very closely with Fred, to say a few words from the heart. Harry?
I can't tell you how proud I am to be here tonight with somebody who I admire so much and who I've shared so much laughter, so much joy, and for somebody who's just so damn crazy. I mean, I have never had so much fun, ever, with somebody like Fred. This guy is out of control. You all know him. Even if the name doesn't sound familiar, when you see him, you'll say, oh my God, him or her, depending on how well you know him or where you've seen him. This guy, doesn't matter who you are, how famous you are, where you come from, how you dress, what you're doing, you have a question for him, he's there with a smile and an answer. He gives you the best that he has. He's done so much for so many people, and this is just a really great moment to give something back to somebody who's really kept this music alive. Without the revenue, we wouldn't all be here today. And everybody, every DJ has a record that he either sold to a store or has a record that is sampling a record he sold to a store. Trust me on this. His influence, his knowledge, the love he has for us, it's just time we give it back. I'm just so happy to be here.
So I think in summary, we could go on and on about Fred's career, from Cheetah Records, doing Miami-based artists, everything like that. But I think from the first time I went to a winter music conference, which was in Fort Lauderdale, Fred was there. He has the best dirty jokes in the world. I hope he'll tell some tonight when he gets up here. He's now in a new distribution company here in Florida. His partners with Tony and Harry. And I think on behalf of Sandra and Harry and people like Go Back with Bo Crane and Bill Kelly, Lou Pacenti, and the pioneers here, we want to bring up for a Lifetime Achievement Award, a real Lifetime Achievement Award. Please, everybody stand up and give it up for Mr. Fred Held.
brought my friend Jack Daniels with me. All right, guys and girls and the rest of you. I found out by accident about an hour ago about this award, literally. Pardon my throat, I had something long down my throat a few minutes ago. I don't know. I forget his name. Anyway. This coming October will start my 40th year, 40th in the business. Honestly, forget the record. It's the relationship. It's the communication. It's the mutual respect. And you young guys and girls have to assimilate. That is so much more important. I've worked from the sales in the 70s, like Danny said, and Danny has one of the cutest asses in the business. Ask anybody, he'll bend over for a fucking lighter. Anyway. But back then, in sales, the radio people weren't dealing with these quote club people. So I would deal with the club people. So I worked the sales during the day and the clubs at night. And new artists, whether it be classical or dance or some new bitch named Gloria Gaynor with Honeybee, never could say goodbye at 45. I was going to say something, but I won't. Just before she got religious, she was on her knees for another reason. But anyway, Shirley Bassey, the only type diva. But anyway, seriously, guys and girls, I've enjoyed this and am enjoying this so much every day. You can't imagine. And I have a few one-liners, but it's true. Whether it's 500 pieces you sell or a million seller like my friend Frank Murray and Corey and John and Robbins, when you know you had a piece of that action, there's nothing better than a blowjob like that. I'm serious. To know you had a piece of that excitement, that thrill, that first time you hear it in the club, whether it be Sybil, Don't Make Me Over in Atlanta, or Rocker's Revenge, Diane Calvin and his cousin Adrian, or just so many records. It's such a thrill. You have to pass on that excitement. And I wish every one of you just most sincere. Forget the egos. Leave the egos at the doors. I know it's a business. I know it's a bottom line. But just cause that excitement. I got chills talking about besides the fucking cold weather. But my nipples are hard too. But anyway, that's another story. I love all of you. I mean, Danny and I grew up with the record label Sam, and he's still Danny to me. Everybody says Daniel Bless, and go, that fucking little ass. Think of me as a queer Don Rickles. You know, if I embarrass you, tell your friends. I still enjoy what I do. I still enjoy tomorrow, the digital downloading, the distribution changes. It's not just a relationship anymore. I understand that. It's a hard business, but it's business. But if you can get in that door, smile, say, remember me when? Not me, but you. Make that impression. That's all that counts. It's so much fun, so much excitement. And I really, really get off on it. I wish you all the most, very best of success and happiness and fun. Always have fun. Thank you very much.
I don't think anybody can top that speech. And we are satellite radio, and we will hear it. Shit, that was interesting. All right. Anyway, thank you to the Winter Music Conference, Bill Kelly, Kurt Pascal, and everybody involved for letting XCOM come in here and basically, crash their party. Of course, being with Daniel Glass is an honor. And thank you for everybody who's a part of XM Satellite Radio. If you're not, you're an asshole. I would suggest you go get it. It's a lot of fun to listen to. Thank you very much.